again.
Alex, are you ready to pod?
Are you ready?
Yes, but I only have time for a quickie.
Let's go.
Let's get a sound check.
Ready.
This is Alex J. Aguiar, and you're listening to a Pod or Two Quickie. On today's Quickie, words that smart people never say. You see, words are powerful, and you can never take them back. It defines who we are. So it's important what you say. You see, smart people are always aware of their vocabulary. And here's a list of important words you should always avoid. It's not fair. Yeah, life isn't fair. It tells people that you think life is supposed to be fair. And this makes you look immature. Maybe what happened is terrible and it's not fair, but you gotta remember that the people surrounding you are not aware of what actually happened. And even if they knew a little bit about it, saying that it's not fair is not gonna solve anything. So as difficult as it is, focus your attention on resolving the problem. You're gonna feel better about yourself, maintain your dignity, and you may just solve the situation. I told you so. Ew, this phrase is simply childish and immature. No smart person should say those words. Maybe you warned someone about it and they had it coming. You should try and help that person and act and speak intelligently. You always and you never. Ooh, these phrases make people defensive and closed off to your message, which is really bad. Instead of saying you always and you never, stick to the facts. Point out what exactly it is that they did to you. That way they can listen to you. Instead of saying you always, you can say, it seems like you do this often enough to notice. It's all about the way you say things. This is the way it's always been done. And who says that? I mean, come on, there's always changes. Saying this is the way it always been done not only makes you sound lazy, but it makes you sound like if you're from the dinosaur age. Just because you're so used to that process doesn't mean that that's the only way in the world to get that done. No problem. When someone's thanking you for something and you say no problem, you're implying that this request should have been a problem. This kind of makes people feel like they imposed their request on you. So always replace no problem with something like it was my pleasure. You might think it's silly to change from no problem to it was my pleasure, but the impact it has on that person is beyond what you can imagine. This may be a silly idea. Using passive phrases like I think or this may be a silly idea instantly writes off your credibility. Anything that comes after these type of phrases are not going to get the attention they deserve. Smart people speak with confidence and they do not condemn their ideas in public. Just think about it. If you're not confident in what you're saying, no one else will be. So if you're asked a question and you're not sure of the answer, just tell them you do not have that information right now, but I'll find out and get right back to you. I think lacks confidence in the ability to execute. You must take full ownership. If you're asked to do something, either commit to doing it or offer an alternative. But don't say you'll try. Instead of I'll try to replace it with I will do my best. It's not my fault. Pointing the finger at other people is never a good idea. If it's not your fault, then whose fault is it? Someone has to take responsibility and be accountable. No matter how small the role you played was, own up and share the blame. The moment you start pointing fingers, people will start seeing you as someone who lacks accountability for his or her actions. I can't. If you often use this phrase, just replace it with I can. People do not like to hear I can't because they think it means I won't. Saying I can't suggests that you are not willing to do what it takes to get it done. If you truly can't do something because you lack the skills, you need to offer a solution. So think about this. Instead of saying what you cannot do, say what you can do. As I said before, this phrase makes it sound like as if you were insulted by having to repeat yourself, which makes it difficult on the person who's listening to you because they are interested in hearing what you have to say. Getting insulted to having to repeat yourself just suggests that either you are insecure or you think that you're better than everyone else. And the few people who use this phrase actually feel this way. When you feel you have to repeat yourself, well then, what you can do is convey the message in a clearer and more interesting manner. The bottom line is, intelligent people are highly aware of what you're saying. Active listening is a sign of high emotional intelligence. And social awareness helps you avoid those awkward moments when something comes out wrong and gets misunderstood. Being aware of your words will give you a chance to get rid of negativity from your life, and it will boost your confidence and bring you positive people and situations. The pod loves to give credit when credit is due. Big thanks to Brain Dose from YouTube. Go check them out. For more on Pod with me, you can go right now to the App Store and download our app. That's right, we have our very own app. And we are practically everywhere. Until next time, don't fall off the pod.
Ready.